Hello, and welcome to our review of Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is Peter, and I'm joined with
DJ
and Chad.
We've all been playing Animal Crossing for a couple weeks now, since launch, and we kind of want to talk about our experiences with the game with you all.
Yes, it's been about roughly 8 years since New Leaf hit the 3DS, and now this new iteration has a lot to offer.
No, yeah, we've been really obsessed with the game. I just picked it up a couple days ago, but DJ and Peter have been playing since launch, so they have a little more experience than I do.
Yeah, we're all at very different points in the game, but Peter and I are pretty far into the game while Chad has just upgraded his house. So let's talk about the quick, easy question. As for newcomers to the series, which is you two, how do we like this? Is it good?
I'm personally enjoying every second of the game. I love the casual experiences I'm going through with it so far.
I had apprehensions at first, but, you know, because this is my first Animal Crossing game, but I love it. I'm addicted. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah, so as like a seasoned player though, the beginning game was very slow at first. It's more slower than like the normal Animal Crossing games, but it's an overall improvement to the past games in terms of quality of life mechanics, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, so for this whole review, we're going to keep it pretty straightforward. We're going to touch on things we like, things we dislike, and what we hope to see improve going forward with the game. So Chad, since you're probably the newest member of the Animal Crossing team ever, how are you feeling with the game so far? What do you like so far?
Alright, so this game gave me a lot of Minecraft vibes just from looking at it, because, you know, it's got an emphasis on crafting and the home building. The thing with me that differentiates it from Minecraft is that it's very goal-oriented in its game structure. And so, like, I don't get bored in, like, the first 30 minutes like I do with Minecraft. Like, I can't sit at Minecraft for, like, more than 45 minutes, though, but, with Animal Crossing, I can go for a good solid number of hours. And the thing I really like about it is that you're not just building this town for yourself, but you're building it for other people, which is really like rewarding and wholesome in my opinion. And also I like how there's not just like one specific way of doing things. Like there are multiple ways of earning Nook Miles, which I think is really good because it's not just like, oh, you have to play this game in this one super efficient way. And you can take the game at your own pace, which is very stress relieving for me. And essentially, the game for me just feels like adulting, but like my decisions actually have impact, like a genuine positive impact. And like, I really love how customizable everything is. Let's see. And this genuinely feels like my game. Like, I don't feel like I'm playing this like the exact same game as everybody else. I feel like this is definitely my experience and like not replicated by anybody else. And you know what? I like being in debt to a raccoon. I didn't think I would, but you know what? Tom Nook can take all my money, and I will be happy about that.
Praise Tom Nook, dude.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, what did you like?
As a seasoned player, I always like the more refined mechanics of the game, such as like the jumping from different places. You could side stretch even though like there's not even a full block, which is really nice. I also like how they introduced clothing better with the wands, and while in past games, clothing used to be like, okay, you would either make your funny meme shirt or just like wear the custom default 8 shirt by itself and like your Viking hat. I think it's just a better introduction of clothing overall, and definitely with the Pro Designer app and the ability to share your designs online, make it feel like it's more important than ever just to be stylish. But like other than that, Peter, what are your thoughts about this?
I kind of similar to Chad. I wasn't really expecting much from this game, just like seeing it, and then especially the first couple of hours with the game was very slow, similar to what you were saying, DJ. But like, dude, I got hooked instantly by those Nook Miles, dude. The little challenges are just completely rewarding and very impactful to how you play. The ability to like terraform your entire world is just out of this world fun. I've been enjoying making like waterfalls and archways with my terraforming. I even enjoy some of the small little chores you do, like cleaning up weeds, planting and watering flowers, making money to pay off my debts. Something I wouldn't enjoy in real life, something I don't enjoy in real life, I am enjoying so much in this game. Now I want to kind of just dive into some of the things that we all dislike about the game. Like, for one, the biggest one for me is definitely the lack of multiplayer, specifically in the co-ops, specifically in local co-op. So I've been trying to play this game with my sister, and it has been very difficult for me and her because whenever I'm not home, she wants to play, but she really can't because she really needs me in the world to allow her to do a lot of things. Thankfully, I've completed all the way towards the end of the game, so where she could pretty much do what she wants, but those first couple of days of me grinding the game just for her to play with me it kind of sucks for a modern day title. And then on top of that, just some kind of like smaller things. One being like, I really hate the game and its frustrating placement. Like when I do pavement stuff, it always misses the target. Like it always misses the tile I'm trying to hit, and always hits some pavement that like I already set and unpaves it, or it completely misses and hits somewhere else. It's total BS. So like I've had my frustrations with this game as well, but really that multiplayer kind of sucks for me because that was one of the things I was hoping for would be good. DJ, since you've been a long time fan, what don't you like about the game?
The only things I don't really like about this version is like kind of content that was taken out of like previous versions. Like the building projects for New Leaf were a lot more interesting than the ones we get for New Horizons, because New Horizons just literally focus on just linking things together. So like bridges, inclines, and the such. You don't really see much of like, oh, solar panels, but they also subside that with items which you can place outside. But I still think it'd be fun to create like a small little park that didn't really need me to spend Nook miles rather than like a small amount of bells. I also do miss the cafe as well as some of the other shops that were presented in New Leaf, which were like Dr. Strunk's LOL Club, which you would go to learn reactions, which is a very nice and helpful tool. But inside New Horizons, though, you have to kind of rely on villagers to learn reactions, and that kind of breaks the game where it's like, oh, it's kind of not like a guaranteed thing as with like the money rock or your money spot, and it's very like you have to look for it very hard to see like, oh, is this animal doing certain things? Is it like, oh, they'll usually say, hey, your name, and then chase after you to tell you about the reaction, but it very is like if you're not near anyone, it's gonna be hard to get around that. The other part I didn't like about the game was the tools. A lot of the durability was very kind of hurting at the first part of the game where you only have the flimsy tools. Especially with the money rocks, you kind of forget, oh, how much durability do I have left on my shovel? And at that point where it's like, my shovel breaks halfway through the money rock, and then I don't get the same amount of money as I would get with like the standard shovel in past games where it wouldn't break. But overall, it's just little details here and there just to make your overall immersion side being on a desert island be better. But other than that, let's head off to Chad.
So really, I only have one gripe with the game, and it's the most nitpicky gripe that I can think of. And it's literally just the camera angle of, like, the actual game itself and, like, the way that you control it. Because I don't know what it is, but if I'm looking at this game at a very specific angle for too long, it starts to, like, actually nauseate me. Like, I actually start to get nauseous if I'm, like, in the full-on... I think it's the full, like, top view of the game.
Oh, the original, the OG view?
Yeah, like, view. Something like that. Like, it starts to actually make me, like, physically nauseous if I'm looking at it for too long. And I also just, like, kind of dislike the general lack of control I have with it. Like, it's got the 3 settings, which is nice. And, like, when you go in your house, you have better control of it. But, like, when I'm in the actual world, I want to have the same level of control, like, that I do in my house, like, in the actual world itself. So, yeah, that's really my only complaint. Like, it's very minor in comparison to what you guys put forward, but that's just my issue. So, what do you think could be improved, TJ?
Well, I think improvements really come in just like these monthly updates that they're doing, because they recently released inside the mini direct that they will be updating the game to support Egg Day, which is their Easter and Earth Day events, which I think will be nice because it brings back one of my favorite characters, Leaf, which is the sloth. But also think they should make more simple quality of life updates, like the more terraforming tools would be a little easier to work with, as such as paths and the roads, like Peter mentioned before. What about you, Peter? You've seen you have some complaints. What would you improve on?
Yeah, going back to the terraforming stuff and quality of life stuff, I think it would be best if the game really tries to do like indicators of when your items are going to break. Maybe some more things, maybe some new tools through updates or DLC, something like that. And then just something to fix the multiplayer. Make it so that it's not just one island. I don't know how difficult that would be, but I think that kind of limiting, because for me this game was really like a multiplayer game for me, especially a couch co-op kind of thing, and it would be really fun to just allow another person in your family to be able to play the game on one Switch rather than going out, buying another Switch, buying another copy of Animal Crossing, and being able to get your own world. I think with those kind of little improvements, especially that last one, which is a pretty big improvement, I think this game would be a real home run, honestly.
Alright. So, final question of the day. Would you guys recommend this game for anyone in the general audience? As an Animal Crossing fan, I know my opinion. If you don't have a Switch, you'll definitely want to pick this game up for that reason. And if you do have a Switch, what are you waiting for? Like, it's on the eShop. It's like $60.
Get it, yeah.
Yeah, get it.
Exactly.
It's fun.
Same,
but it's $60.
Bro, for $60. Yo, same here though, Davis. I really think this game is fun. It's enjoyable, and because of this wacky, weird time we're in right now, I think it's the best vacation all of us can go on. That's only $60. Like that's worth it. Unless you don't have a Switch, then it's like it's like $400. But $400. but still, it's probably one of the best games to play right now.
So my answer is just yes. Like, I can't explain it any better than literally just yes. This game is so calming and rewarding, and it's wholesome, and like it's not a game where I feel any stress at all. And this is coming from a guy who like has usually played some really high intensity games for like the past 5-6 years. Cough cough, League of Legends, cough cough. I quit that, cough cough.
Switching one addiction for another.
Okay, listen, this is so relaxing and calming. I would much rather have this. But yeah, I love it. And I want more of it. And also, Davis, tell me where you get the eyebrows. I want those eyebrows.
All right.
We got the same
Maybe we'll save that for a tutorial video.
Yeah, we'll save that
for a tutorial video.
We'll save that for when we do our Let's Plays, guys. But like, honestly, that wraps up our review. Please let us know what you think by hitting that like button. And if you like what you see, subscribe for more. And thanks for watching.